So our first argument is going to be most of DACA recipients don't know where they came from. Dara Lynn reports for Vox and studies. She studies immigration and criminal justice. It explains why so many of them haven't just lived in the U.S. since they were 6 years old. They haven't even seen their home country since then. Even a brief family visit could exile from the U.S. forever if they were caught upon return. This is a problem because DACA recipients who've been brought here as children don't know where their former home is. The United States of America has always been their home. And they come here to have the American freedom. Many of those people are vital sources that make the United States the way it is. Our second argument is that Paul Ryan tells DACA immigrants to rest easy. This is from the Washington Post, September 6, 2017. He says, "Look, I think people should just rest easy. I think the president made the right call, and the president also gave us the time and space. We're going to need to find where the compromise is," he said, referring to a March deadline set by sessions. This basically means that Paul Ryan tells DACA students to just relax and to settle down, and Congress will take action to allow them to stay in the United States. But these students just can't just relax and rest easy over something like this. These congressmen and women aren't really doing anything about it. They're promising things to them but don't actually do anything about it. That's why DACA students have to take action and do things on their own, such as protesting and getting their word out there. Our third argument is that Nancy Pelosi sides with Trump for bargaining. This is by the Washington Post, September 18, 2017. She says she had just recounted the crowd details of a dinner meeting last week with Trump and Senate Minority Leader Charles E. Schumer, where they discussed crafting an agreement that would couple the DREAM Act with unspecified plans to bolster security along the U.S.-Mexico border. The deal would allow the roughly 7,000 people enrolled in Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program to stay in the country. After the program ends in early March, Trump pulled the plug on Obama-era program last month, calling on Congress to make the legal protections permanent by law. This basically means that there's all of us or none of us, they are not a bargaining chip. Protesters are furious because they do not want their lives to be looked as a bargain. And for someone like Nancy to be fully on their side, then switch up on them for a bargain of border security is not what she should be doing. I am now open for cross-examination.
Okay. So for your first argument, for most DACA recipients have never left the U.S. Do you have a percentage of DACA recipients that have continuously stayed in the U.S. Since they were children, or that arrived before they were 15 years old?
I do not have a percentage of that.
All right. And then for your second argument, is that related to the one I see as third argument? The standing up to the government, the lost faith in?
You're asking if they're the same?
Yeah, if it's the same subject specifically.
No.
No?
No.
So it's related to the economic impact?
Actually, sorry, yes. It is kind of, they are, basically it's talking about the same thing. Paul Ryan was basically saying, he's just telling them to rest easy, to just relax, they're gonna take care of it. And Nancy Pelosi, she is a woman who said that she was gonna be on their side, but isn't basically doing anything about it.
I see.
Yeah.
So there is no further argument as far as what is or isn't the economic impact of the loss of DACA recipients?
For which,
For argument, for the one sees argument 2.
What was it?
That was the economic impact and what the loss is going to be.
What the lawsuits?
The losses
to
the American economy might be.
No, I do not have that.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
Excellent.